So Wild Instincts gives me the opportunity to see these animals out in the wild. If I'm walking or hiking, a lot of us are fishermen here, so we get to go out on the lakes and we see all the eagles and we get to see all the deer everywhere. It's just something where they give back so that these animals do have a chance to survive up here.
My name is Mark Naniot, and I'm the Director of Rehabilitation at Wild Instincts Rehab Center in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. My involvement in wildlife rehab was kind of an odd situation. I got lost on my first day of kindergarten on my way home, randomly knocked on a door, asked this nice lady to call my mother, and she said, "While you're waiting, do you want to see my animals?" And turned out she was kind of a backyard rehabber, had converted her garage into a little rehab center. And of course I was enthralled with baby birds and baby squirrels and things. And she said, "Come over anytime and help me out." And I did. And it's been pretty much a lifelong passion since then. The Wild Instincts is a not-for-profit organization. We probably admit about 120 to 125 different species and admit about 12 to 1,300 patients per year. We probably average 20 animals a day in the month of June, some days more, some days less. So we had one day, our record patient admission day was 117. We want to get those animals care as quickly as we possibly can, get everybody kind of up to speed on what they're going to need throughout that first few hours or first few days. And we make charts for all the animals so everybody knows what care they're going to get, what foods they're going to get. If you get a tiny little bird that just came out of an egg, if you don't know how to identify it, is that a seed-eating bird, a fruit-eating bird, an insect-eating bird, you have to make sure you feed the right types of food. So we have to know a lot about natural history and species identification, and then kind of get them set up for where they're going to be.
You said June is your busiest month for fawns and bears and everything else coming in. So, and when we were here to do the building enclosure, it was in the fall, so it was pretty full when we were here. First we did the concrete, and then we went out here with all the other employees to do the building.
Yeah, they did an amazing job. I mean, look at the concrete work on there compared to professional stuff, and you can't tell the difference. So yeah, C&G came out a couple years ago. We were looking to build an aquatic cage, and of course, we have an area where you can't really get a cement truck back to. So we had to mix all the cement in wheelbarrows and then have people actually make a pond. It's a lot different making a pond than it is making a flat slab. That would have taken us probably a month or two to be able to get that structure completely finished. And with C&G's help, we were able to do it in 2 days.
It looks very nice today still. And
it does. And there's been hundreds of animals that have gone through that and benefited from that. Well, for C&G, making an impact, it's huge because you get a lot of these companies that are more considered about the bottom line and the dollar figure than anything else. But to have a company where they want to give back to the community for these not-for-profits and to have the employees actually make those decisions, it's phenomenal. You don't see that in a lot of places. I'd like to thank everybody at C&G. We appreciate you voting for us to be, one of your top places to donate to. It makes a huge difference, in the ability for us to do what we do. Without places like this, we wouldn't be able to survive. There's many different ways. If it's anything from, getting on Amazon, we have a wish list on Amazon. If you get, some grapes that you don't want to have, bananas are almost ready to go bad, our animals are happy to have them. If you like to fish, but we go through about 4,000 pounds a year. Canned cat food, dog food, dry dog food, paper towels. We always talk about our paper towel mountain, which it starts out that way in the spring. By midsummer, it's empty. If somebody wanted to come and volunteer on site, it's not quite as easy as what it sounds like, but we are oftentimes in need of volunteers as well. We have currently about 140 people that do rescues and transports for us. So we have a training session every year. So there's many, many different ways.